April Fool's Day. I don't think I have any fools to play on you, so we'll just start with the ball below our knees and above our ankles, and then try and walk those feet in so that you're not standing way out here. If there's a squeeze on the ball, that should bring your feet into parallel underneath your knees, which are underneath your hip bones. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. We're just going to do simple little heel raises to work those calf muscles, work a little bit of balance to start. Now I want you to try to turn your toes in just a little bit, heels out. You'd probably be able to scoot the ball in a little bit and a couple more heel raises like this. As you come down, try not to plunk down, try to just barely tap those heels with some control. When you come to the top, see if you can hold it for a second. And then we're going to try the other way. So heels will come in, toes out. You're still gripping the ball, doing your best. And by this time, those calves, I hope, are speaking to you a little bit. Thank you. Almost there. Ooh, and relax. Let's give those calves a little bit of love. So lunge forward with your left leg, step back with your right. Bend that left knee, press the right heel down. Roll up. Turn those toes in and the heels out. Press that heel down. Bend the knee. Roll it up. Turn the toe out and the heel in. Lunge it. Bend it. And roll up. Let's go the other way. So bend that right knee, press the left heel down, roll up, come down, bend that knee, come up, turn the toe in, heel out, press, bend. Whoa, that feels really good. Roll up, heel out, toe in, lunge, and bend. Very nice. All right, now we're going to put that thigh just in front of your right leg and bring the left leg in front of that. So the left leg is hanging out in space because of the ball. Bend the right knee enough that that left toe can just touch the ground and then slide back. So reach out and touch and come back down. As always, you can simply hold your hands here, prayer position. You could do some port de bras arms. You can hold them out here, whatever you want to do. Yes, you can do chicken. 2 more. Very nice. We're going to bring that around. We'll do that same thing to the side. Bending into that right knee, stretching through those left toes. Beautiful. And then we'll walk ahead with the right foot, behind with the left. And then we do that long stretch back with those left toes, try and get that leg nice and straight. Again, arms out or together. More challenge would be to take the arms overhead, one or both, opposite or same. And that creates that big long lever from your fingertips to your toes. Little extra challenge there. Two more. And relax. Woo, pull that ball out from under, cross the right leg over. Send those hips over to the right, arms to the left. Feel that nice stretch. And then we'll come up. And we're going to basically do what we just did. The ball's going to be in front of the left leg and behind the right, with that right leg hanging in space. Bend the left knee until the right toes touch, and then stand up. reach, and come up, reach, come up. Again, whatever you want with your arms. Just two more. Beautiful. And we do the same to the side. And finally, we turn it so that the left leg is in front, right leg is behind. And again, we're going to reach back. Feel that on that glute. Again, arms extended when your leg steps back will give you even more challenge. Totally up to you if you want to do that. And relax. Now left leg over right. Ooh, arms up and over. Push those hips over to the left. And then come on back through center. We're going to walk to the back of the mat. Take that ball between your thighs for me, please. Walk those feet in again. Hands down. Let's roll through a cat and a bunny. Rounding to your cat. And your bunny. Keep that going for me, please. And then this time from that cow, find that neutral spine, pull your arms in. Let's walk it out. Nice tall arms. Try and get your hands right underneath your shoulders. Find that high plank position. Bend the elbows backwards, press straight. Just a couple little tiny Pilates push-ups. And then we're going to come back and down. You can use that ball if you want to sit back, press back, resting position, arms in front or by your sides. You can tuck them under. We have some knee issues. Good. Then we'll come all the way back up, stacking up your hands and knees. I'm going to take that ball behind the right leg. We're just going to lift that right leg up. We're just holding this there, but try and get your thigh not down here, but parallel with your body. Pull your abs in, and then just add that bird dog with that left hand extension if you're okay with that. Just a little hold here. Check on those abs. Make sure they're pulled in. Those ribs are pulled in. And then gently come down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left knee comes up and in. Hold that, extend that right arm if you like. I'm not going to do that on this side. And gently bring that down. And we'll just sit down on that ball. I didn't mean to turn it away from you. Ball is going underneath your left side. And then that right leg goes back. So you're sitting nice and tall. If we didn't have this ball under us, we would be hunched over, but because the ball is underneath that left side, it helps even those hips. Then arms are coming out to the side. We're just going to tip over to the left and tap and come up. And we just come back to center, we tap and come up. And then to make it a little more challenging, create a V, but notice if your arms move without your head. You want your whole torso to move and come up. And then more challenging will be to put your hands together and keep your head in the center there, or lean it up against the left side so that you know your body's moving as a unit. And relax. We're going to turn that into mermaid stretch. So put your left hand down, right arm comes up and over and just reach. We're going to bring it down, round it out, curl, look behind you, then bring it back up again and lift. And we'll switch it so that ball comes underneath your right glute this time. And again, that should even out your hips, arms out into that T position. We tap and tip to the right. For more challenge, arms go in that V, but your whole torso goes with it. And then lastly, you can clasp those hands together. And we turn it into mermaid, elbow down, arm up and over, get that long stretch, then round it down, look over your back shoulder, lift it back up and come back up. All right, and then all we're gonna do is scoot forward so that ball supports us right behind our sacrum, should allow us to lean back, and from this lean back position, we're supported with a straight spine so we don't have to be curled. So let's open that chest, roll the shoulders out of the ears, nod the chin, yes. Arms out in front of us, we're gonna rotate just a little bit to the front and lift the back arm. Hold here, come back to center. Other direction, open those arms and reach, and back to center. Open and reach, and center. Open, reach, and center. Keep that going for me, please. And relax. Go ahead and sit on up. You're gonna move that ball down now so it's between your shoulder blades. And you're partway supported here. We're gonna bring our hands, right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right shoulder. And let your head rest in your hands. So really imagine that your head is like a bowling ball and your hands are the hammock, right? So just nice support here. And then if it's okay with your body, let your arms and your torso go up and over that ball, but you're not lifting your chin. You're keeping it in that tucked position. Then on the exhale, press your ribs into the ball and lift up to your forehead is just basically parallel with the ceiling. So we're going to inhale up and over, close it down. Up and over, close it down. So ribs pop towards the sky and then they push into the ball so that you close them down. While you're here, go ahead and switch your hands so that left goes onto your right shoulder first. Just a little bit of neurological change there. Different pathway. Beautiful. If you want to add on a little extra, straighten out your arms, crisscross at the wrist, but make sure that you're still cradling your head. And relax, support your head, give it a little curl, and then we're actually going to roll so that bubble ends up not underneath your sacrum and not underneath your mid back, but at your low back now. Then bring your left knee in, give it a little stretch, put it down, bring your right knee in, give it a little stretch. And then while you're there, hug your left knee in. So you're in a big balanced position, right? Lift those toes up so you can see them. And then you're going to move your arms. You're not going to hold your legs anymore. You're going to try to avoid that happening, right? So let go and see what happens. Nice. You can put your hands out for support. Just notice the shoulders might want to roll forward, so be conscious of that. Squeeze your knees together and let's rotate side to side. Toes stay lifted, knees stay close. If you want to, you can add the can, a little kick at each side, or you could bring your legs straight the whole time, but again, knees need to stay close to you. And check those shoulders. If they're up in your ears, try and open up that chest. Good. A few more. And then finally go ahead, sit up, move the ball out from under you, and you're coming all the way down. We're going to start with that ball between our thighs again, and we're going to lift into tabletop, arms out into a T. We're going to do just what we did a minute ago, except we get to lie down to do it. You might even be able to go all the way over to each side, but you got to keep hold of the ball, and you have to keep your toes lifted so that as they come back through center, you can see them. Keep that going for me, please. And then come back to center. Keep the ball there. Flatten your ribs, pull your abs in for toe touches, palms to the sky. Legs move away. Exhale, squeeze the ball as hard as you can on the way back up. Inhale to lower those legs. Exhale, squeeze the ball on the way up. So you're trying to pop the ball on your way back up. And relax. We have two more versions of toe touches. That's why we stopped there. Next version is that balance one, where you either put the ball on your ribs or on your belly, and you try and hold it there without holding it with the legs, right? So find your toe touch starting position, tabletop. Try and keep the ball steady, and you can do one or both legs for toe touches. You have 4 more like that. And then the final version we'll do is to lift the hips up, place that ball underneath your tailbone. So not way up here, down there near your tailbone. So you have a pelvic tilt. When you come into tabletop, your knees won't be out here, they'll be in here so that those ribs pull down. So you should feel the balance issue already. For even more challenge, lift those arms. Then you have the option to put the hands back down before you try and toe touch, or keep them hovering and see how that works. And you may feel like you need to go back to single leg, that's fine. Just the most important idea is those ribs stay down and flat, that low back stays the same distance from the ground. And then after that next one, bridge up, grab the ball, put it between your knees again, walk your feet together, and just give me a nice bridge. As you're in this bridge, notice if there's a crease in your hips, lift those up, walk those big toes closer so you're squeezing that ball. Hover the hands if you want and reach towards your ankles. Option to stay here, or put your hands back down, straighten out your left leg, and squeeze it in up against the right one. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Try and keep your hips even. Good. Bring that left foot down, do the same with the right. And relax. Next bridge, and if you don't like this one, you can go back to the last one. Put your feet on the ball, arches go over the ball, toes in front, heels behind, so your heels are a little lower than your toes. Knees will want to gap open, so squeeze them together, lift up, balance. More challenge, lift those hands, and that might be good enough. Just staying here with the hands lifted, the hips lifted, the knees staying together, everything happening at once. You're welcome to stay there. If you want to, you can try a little tuck and lift. You could roll the ball in and out if you wanted. You could put those things together, roll out, roll in, lift, come down, roll out, roll in, lift, lower, out, in, up, down. So then you get a little hamstring and a little glute. And relax. All right, from there, if you want one more version of bridge, this will be a single leg version. If you know that's not a good idea, you're going to go back to any of the two previous ones and stick with that. Otherwise, put the ball underneath your left foot. Notice that my toe is up and my heel is down, so that's going to work my glutes a little more. I'm going to bring that right knee in, lift it into tabletop or cross it over or extend it up, and then lift those hips. Again, you can hold here, you could try and hover a hand. I don't really recommend that. You could roll the ball in and out. You could lift lower, you could roll out, in, lift, lower, out, in, lift, lower. And relax. Ooh, that left hamstring, we're going to bring it in and give it a quick little bit of love here. Maybe let it rock a bit side to side. And then we'll roll so the ball comes underneath your right foot. And again, the heel is lower than the toes. Bring it up, left leg up in the air, here, tabletop or extended. And then again, you can simply hold this. You can roll in, out, lift lower. You could do one of those, two of those. And then come down, and again, we'll give that right hamstring a little bit of love. Beautiful. We're going to grab that ball again. Bring it between your hands, right above you, shoulders. Let's lift and lower a couple times, shoulder retraction. Beautiful. Let's lift those legs in tabletop. Deep breath in, exhale. Float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Extend the arms and legs. Tap the ball to the knees, not the knees to the ball, right? So ball to knees, not knees to ball. And extend. Ball to knees, extend. Hold the knees, that sounds weird. Extend. Option, grab the ball with the knees and extend. Or more challenge, go all the way up, put it between your ankles and extend. Or little fun, roll up, roll the ball down to the ankles, back to the knees, and extend. You're going to choose one of those, and you're going to do 6 more double leg stretches. Nice job. And then on this last one, go ahead and hug that ball in and put it on top of your ankles. Make sure it's down on top of your ankles, not between. Hands on top of that. Elbows wide, forehead to your knees, rolling like a ball. And then next time you come to the top, let's go ahead and sit up on that ball. Legs are wide. And then once you're there, make sure that you're toward the front of the ball. Knees can stay bent, or if you have better flexibility, you can start to straighten them out. Stay tall through your spine and start to give me a hinge forward. Again, make sure you don't round those hips and make sure you don't round that spine. Spine stretch on the ball gives you a little extra opportunity to get that extension. You could even roll forward to the ball, basically creates a wedge so that your pelvis, your pubic bone, is lower than your tailbone. And then we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to roll over onto our side. We're going to put that ball underneath the bottom leg, and it's on the shin or the ankle, but not on the under the foot, right? So we want it to be in an awkward position, and then the top leg comes up with it. So that the ball underneath that bottom leg just creates a little bit of instability. We're gonna lift the top leg, we're gonna turn the toe down and tap the bottom toe. We're gonna lift the top leg, we're gonna turn the heel down and tap the heel. So we go toe and heel, and we're trying not to move that ball around, because your feedback will be, ow, that hurts my bottom hip. You may even feel it already in that bottom hip a little bit because of the position we put you in. If that's too much, roll the ball a little bit forward, and that'll take some of the pressure off the hip itself and into the glutes. And relax. Bend that knee, bend those knees, give that top hip a little bit of love. Hopefully you felt those. And then, whoops, we're going to stay on this same side for a side plank with the ball. As always, you can give yourself a little extra elbow cushioning. Come up into your favorite version of side plank. Protect your shoulder by pushing it back, lifting up out of it, ball underneath you. And again, this is that love and off, right? So you let the ball know you're there, and then you get off of it. Love and off, love and off. And relax. You're going to stick with that if you prefer to do that instead of the balance on the ball. If you're going to do the balance on the ball, bottom ankle goes on first, leave a lot of space for your top foot, and then bring it up. Side plank. And let's come down. We're going to flip over to the other side. We'll start with that long line position with the ball underneath your bottom calf or ankle. Long straight line in the body. Top leg is going to lift, turn the toes down, toe to toe, up, heel to heel. And relax. And we're going to bring that ball for our side plank for the first one, for the pet ball, right? So protect that shoulder as always, back, up, down, ball underneath you where you can just squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. And then again, you can stick with that. You can take a break and come back to it. If you want to do the balance, as always, bottom foot first with lots of space for the top foot. Bring it up. And then once you're up, you want to straighten those legs and lift those hips. And as you're ready, come on down. Meet me on your abs, please. Ball off the top of the mat. And of course, on our abs, we point those toes, we lift the kneecaps, we lift the belly button. So we have a good firm base of support, a lot of awareness, little hamstring squeeze, little glute squeeze, arms out straight, hands on the ball, deep breath in. Exhale, press down to lift up just a little bit, and then roll the ball back towards you by squeezing the shoulder blades and down. Deep breath in, exhale, press, inhale, squeeze, and exhale down. Press down on the exhale, squeeze back on the inhale, exhale, come down, inhale, prepare. Take your time with these, do it on your own breathing. And relax. Maybe just bend those knees, let them windshield wiper a little bit side to side. And then you're going to bring that ball underneath your belly button as you come up on your elbows and your forearms. Check out your shoulders, make sure they're pulled back and down, abs are in, nod that head, yes, tuck the chin. Lift a little bit off that ball so you're not pressing down on it anymore. And then you choose what version of side plank, or excuse me, plank you want to go into, maybe thighs or on the fronts of the thighs, just barely touching the ball. You can give it a tap lift, tap lift, tap lift. Or you can come into a straight-legged plank, and if you choose to do that, maybe it's a roll forward and back. So you choose. And then take a break. You may come back to that one again if you don't like the balance. If you want to do the balance, you start with that ball maybe underneath your ankle so that you're going to have a little bit of space if you choose to add on the pike, right? You come up in that plank, and then you can hold it, or you can look down at your thighs, roll your hips up, pull your belly button in, pike it up, and then plank it. Pike it up, and then plank it. So you're going to do, if you choose to do that, you can either hold that plank for about 20 seconds. You can pike and plank for about 10 times. Or if you've gone back to the previous one, you do about 20 of those rolls. And when you've finished, take a little break. You can let your hips sit back on your heels if that would feel good. Good. And then as you're ready, we're going to sit up on that ball again. Cats on cameras day. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. I know I saw her tail. And again, when you use that ball, it should allow you to have that tall spine. We're going to come with our legs out. Again, as always, you can have a little bend in those knees. Think about really sitting nice and tall, arms out to the side. Take your left arm, cross it in front. Hinge forward like you're serving something to someone. Make sure you didn't round through the hips. And then cross over, put that hand down, and get a little twist. Inhale back up through center. Cross that right arm in front, hinge forward, rotate, bring it down. Reach back. Good girl. You're such a good girl, Nutmeg. You're very good girl. Bring it back up, and we go the other way. So you exhale, twist, no bouncing. It's saw. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist the other way. Reach, fold. Use that back arm. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist, reach. Inhale, sit tall. You add 4 more. So that's 8 moves. Good girl. Come on, camera. And then next time you come up, if you're even, make sure you finish off to the right. Then come back together. Big toes are going to touch, and I need you to pull them back so that they're facing you. And you should feel pretty wobbly on this ball, right? So sit up as tall as you can. This is the one where we're going to be moving, right? So arms are out to the side. I'm already falling off my ball. Rotate to the right once, twice, 3 times. Inhale, center, other way. Inhale, center to the right. Center to the left. And center right. And center. Every time you come back, look at your big toes. Make sure they're still together. Keep going. Good. And if you finish to the right, you're done. All right. Oh, sorry, left. Sorry. I made y'all uneven. We're coming down, lying down position. Bring that ball behind your right leg for me, please. Hug it in towards your shoulder. Do a couple circles. And then pull those toes back towards your face, flex through that foot. Maybe push and pull a little bit, and then push that ball so that you can push the ball, the ball up against the shin and the hamstring. And then finally come back through center, straighten out your left leg, flex through the heel, point your right toes, roll it up, flex through the heel, and bring it down. Roll it down again, bend that knee, bring that across towards your right shoulder. No, left shoulder, right knee towards your left shoulder, and then over into a twist. Come on back through center, thread your needle, left leg up in the air, flex and point. Maybe do the same thing with pigeon toe, flex and point, and then go duck-footed, flex and point, and then circle, windshield wiper. And then lastly, we'll bend that knee. We're going to cross the right one all the way over, except for the ball that's there. A little bit of change here, and then twist to the left. Come on back through center, right foot on the ground, ball behind the left knee. Hug it in, please. Maybe move in some circles. Reach down, pull those toes back, point and flex and push against the hand, and then press that down so you're in that hamstring stretch. And then come back through center, straighten out that right leg, roll up with those left toes pointed, flex through the heel, bring it back down, bring the ball with you, bring it across to your right shoulder. So first get that nice hip stretch, then you can turn that into the twist. And then roll it on back through center, cross it over the right leg comes up, and again, we'll point and flex, maybe point and flex in a pigeon toe, point and flex in a duck foot, circle, windshield wiper, and then bend that knee up against the ball, tight as you can, and then drop right. As you come back through center, just place the ball wherever you want. You have lots of options to meet me for the cat-cow on your hands and knees. You can roll over, you can roll up, you can gently get yourself there. We're gonna do a cat and a bunny, and a cat and a bunny. You know how to muse, and a cat and a bunny. All right. And we're gonna tuck those toes, press back, and lock those heels if that would feel good. Bend your knees. One more cat, one more bunny. Bring it up. Nice job, y'all. Thank you.